Scientific notation involves two parts. One is a number that is between 1 and 10, and the other is a power of 10, and they are multiplied by each other. So for example, I could have the number 9.77 times 10 to the 22nd power. This first number always has to be between 1 and 10, not including 10. And then this has to be a power of 10. We are going to learn today how to write them and how to evaluate them. So first, let's look again at our powers of 10 and review them. 10 to the 0 power, we know that anything times the 0 power is 1. 10 to the first power is 10. 10 to the second power is 100. 10 to the third power is 1,000. And 10 to the fourth power is 10,000. We can keep going on. Now, let's review some negative powers of 10. 10 to the 0 power, once again, is 1. 10 to the negative 1 power, that's the same as 1/10. And we can write that as a decimal 0.1. 10 to the negative 2 power is 1/10 squared, which is the same as 1/100, which can be written as 0.01. 10 to the negative third is 1/10 to the third, which is 1/1000, which can be written as 0.001. And keeping on going, 10 to the negative fourth is the same as 1/10 to the fourth, which is the same as 1/10,000, which can be written 0.0001. So now to actually write a number using scientific notation, let's take a number, for instance, 2.345, just a random number. Let's do this with it. I am going to say that is going to be times 10 to the first. So this is written in scientific notation. A number between 1 and 10 times a power of 10. What this does is we are going to multiply this by this power of 10. This is 10 to the first, so we are multiplying this number times 10. We know that when we multiply by a power by 10, we move the decimal point to the right, one place. So I get 23.45. Let's say we multiply the same number, 2.345, times 10 to the second power. Now this 10 to the second power we know is the same as 100. When we multiply a number by 100, we move the decimal place over 2 places. So we get 234.5. So in other words, when we multiply a number by a power of 10, what we are essentially doing is moving the decimal place over by the number of our power. So in this case, 10 to the first, we moved it over 1 place. 10 to the second, we moved it over 2 places. 10 to the third, we are going to move it over 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So we get 2, 3, 4, 5. What happens if this power is greater than our decimal? We may run out of places. We really don't. 2.345, let's say times 10 to the 6th power. This says that we are going to move our decimal place over 6 places. 1, 2, 3. We ran out. So we're going to keep going. 4, 5, 6. And these empty places are going to be zeros. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 extra zeros. And if we want to put our commas in there to help us, that would be great. We can do the same thing with negative exponents of our 10. Let's do the same number, 2.345 times 10 to the negative 1 power. So as we we discussed over here, 10 to the negative 1 power is the same as 1/10. So essentially, we are moving the decimal point in the opposite direction. We're moving it to the left. So in this case, we are moving it over here, and we get 0.2345. Put a zero holder right there. Let's do another one. 2.345 times 10 to the negative 3rd power. So we are moving to the left 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So I have some empty places right here, and we are going to fill those with zeros. 1, 2, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's practice writing some numbers going from scientific notation to standard form and vice versa. So say we have 4.17 times 10 to the 3rd. Scientific notation, a number between 1 and 10, and then a power of 10. We are going to move to the right 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So since there's an empty place here, we're going to fill that in with zeros. So it's 4170. Here's another one. 1.33 times 10 to the negative 5th. We are going to move it to the left 5 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 places, 4 zeros, and then my number. Okay. So now let's take a number written in standard form and convert it to scientific notation. Let's take the number 0.000057. We are going to convert that to scientific notation. So first of all, what we need to do is to figure out what our number between 1 and 10 is. So what we are going to do is start moving our decimal place till we get a number. So we're going to go right here. Okay. So our number between 1 and 10 is 5.7. Now we have to multiply it by a number, a base 10 with a power. So what we do is we start at our new decimal place and we count to our old one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are moving 5 to the left. So this becomes a negative 5. 5.7 times 10 to the negative 5. Let's do another one. 4,980,000. We are going to write this in scientific notation. So we need a number between 1 and 10 and a power of 10. So if we start moving our decimal place, let's start moving. Oh, if we put our decimal point right there, we get 4.98. 4.98. Sure, we could list all those zeros if we wanted to. That just makes things confusing. So now we're going to multiply 4.98. We have to figure out what this exponent is. We're going to go to our new decimal point and count how to get back to our old. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is 4.98 times 10 to the 6th. In our next lesson, we will start to do operations using scientific notation.